In my previous class, I have already discussed about the topic 1, that means different subtopics of topic 1. Your chapter is chapter 2, Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. In topic 1, that means the age of social change, I have already discussed the liberals, then radicals, then conservatives, industrial society and social change, then socialists, cooperatives, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, then support for socialism. These subtopics are completed. In my next class, I will give you questions from these subtopics. Your topic 2 is Russian Revolution. Your topic 2 is Russian Revolution. In this topic, I will discuss about the Russian Empire in 1914, then economy and society, then socialism in Russia, then topic 4th is a turbulent time, that is the 1905 revolution. Then last subtopic is the First World War and the Russian Empire. The Russian. So your first subtopic is the Russian Empire in 1914. I want to discuss that. In Russian Revolution, there are two revolutions. One revolution took place in February 1917 and another revolution took place in October 1917. These two revolutions combinedly known as Russian Revolution. The first revolution took place in February 1917 and another revolution took place in October 1917, and these two revolutions combinedly known as Russian Revolution. When in 1914, that means revolution took place in 1917, but we will first discuss about the Russian Empire in 1914. During Russian Revolution, or you can tell that before 1914 or in 1914, the Russian king was Tsar Nicholas II. Tsar Nicholas II. The king of Russia was known as Tsar. The king of Russia was known as Tsar. The king of Russia was known as Tsar. T-S-A-R. Tsar. You call C-Z-A-R. Also Tsar. King. जो रशिया के जो किंग थे, उनको हम लोग जार बोलते थे. उसको आप लोग TSAR भी लिख सकते हैं या फिर CZAR भी लिख सकते हैं. तो जो से हम लोग के राजा हैं उन लोगों के जार थे. द किंग ऑफ रशिया वाज Tsar Nicholas II. The king of Russia was Tsar Nicholas II. And the Russian Revolution February 1917 and in October 1917. These two revolutions combinedly known as रशियन रिवॉल्यूशन. ये जो दो रिवॉल्यूशंस को एक साथ मिलाकर बोला जाता है रशियन रिवॉल्यूशन. February 1917 and October 1917, these two revolutions are called as Russian Revolution. The king of Russia was Tsar Nicholas II. The king of Russia was known as Tsar, TSAR और CZAR. कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं, दोनों चलेगा. So first, in 1914, Russia has vast empire. It included the current day or present Finland, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, parts of Poland, Ukraine, Belarus. That means it contained vast empire. बहुत बड़ा empire था जिसमें अभी के फिनलैंड, लातविया, लिथुआनिया, एस्टोनिया, पोलैंड, दूसरे जो कंट्रीज़ हैं, ये सब कंट्रीज़ रशियन empire में ही included थे. And in the sphere of religion, the majority religion was Russian Orthodox Christianity. That means the maximum numbers were Christians. That means the Russian mainly followed Christianity. The majority followed Christianity. जैसे अपने यहाँ जो मेजोरिटी हैं वो जो पॉपुलेशन है हिंदूज़ का है, उसी तरह वहाँ पे जो मेजोरिटी पॉपुलेशन था वो क्रिश्चियनिटी का था. इसके अलावा somewhere Buddhists, somewhere Muslims, and these Christians were also divided into Catholics and Protestants. जैसे कैसे मुस्लिम्स दो भाग में डिवाइडेड होते हैं, सिया और सुन्नी. उसी तरह जो क्रिश्चियंस हैं वो भी दो भाग में डिवाइडेड होते हैं. एक होते हैं कैथोलिक्स, दूसरा होता है प्रोटेस्टेंट्स. तो ये जो रशिया था यहाँ पे क्रिश्चियंस थे, मेजोरिटी में थे. इसके अलावा मुस्लिम्स थे, उसके अलावा बुद्धिस्ट भी थे. बट द मेजोरिटी वेयर ऑफ, दैट मीन्स it is the Russian Empire in 1914. It is complete, the first. In it is there that the February Revolution and the October Revolution combinedly called as Russian Revolution. The king of the Russia was called as Tsar. Tsar Nicholas II was the king of Russia. The Russian Empire included present-day Finland, Lithuania, Latvia, parts of Poland, then Belarus, Ukraine, and other countries. The majority were Christians, and the minorities, the Muslims and Buddhists, were also in minority. The next was economy and society. The economy and society. At the beginning of 20th century, the vast majority of Russia population were agriculturists. That means the maximum people were engaged in agriculture. Around 85% of the Russian Empire population earned their living from agriculture. This proportion was higher than in most European countries. For instance, in France and Germany, the proportion was between 40% and 50%. In the empire, cultivators produced for market as well as for their own needs, and Russia was a major exporter of grain. That means the 85% of the Russian population, 85% of the Russian population was engaged in agriculture. जो 85%, 85% of the people were engaged in agriculture, and this percentage or this ratio or this proportion was larger than in comparison to other European countries. For example, Germany, England, France. In these countries, around 40 to 50% people in different European countries like England, France, Germany, around 40 to 50% people were engaged in agriculture. But in comparison to that, in Russia, 85% of the population was engaged in agriculture. And in addition to that, in the countryside, peasants cultivated most of the land, but the nobility, the crown, and the Orthodox Church owned large properties. Like workers, that means in the countryside, if the land were mainly in the hands of चर्च, नोबिलिटी एंड द क्राउन, जो ज़्यादा जो ज़मीन थी वो चर्च के पास में था, नोबल्स के पास में था, या फिर जो राजा थे, जो क्राउन था, उसके पास में था. ये सब पे खेती करते थे किसान लोग. दैट मीन्स दिस प्रॉपर्टीज वेयर that means these peasants cultivate the lands, but the church or the crown or the nobility were the owner of these land. जो लैंड के ओनर थे, ऑर्थोडॉक्स जो चर्च था वो था, या फिर जो नोबिलिटी था वो था, या फिर जो क्राउन था वो था, लेकिन उस पर खेती किया जाता था पीजेंट्स के द्वारा. एंड द पीजेंट्स हैड नो रिस्पेक्ट फॉर द नोबिलिटी. क्योंकि ज़्यादातर ज़मीन उनके ही अंडर में था, इसलिए नोबिलिटी के लिए किसी तरह की कोई रिस्पेक्ट उनके मन में नहीं थे. In Russia, peasants wanted that the land of the nobles to be given to them, and frequently they refused to pay rent and even murdered landlords. जैसे वो लोग चाहते थे कि जो उनका जो नोबिलिटी है या चर्च है, क्राउन का, वो लैंड इनको मिल जाए, और ऐसा भी होता था कि दे वेर ऑल्सो इन ए चांस टू रिफ्यूज टू पे द रेंट. वो लोग चाहते थे कि रेंट जो है वो हम पे न करें. समटाइम्स द लैंडलॉर्ड्स और द जमींदार्स वेर ऑल्सो मर्डर्ड बाय द पीजेंट. जो पीजेंट्स थे वो कभी कभी उनका मर्डर भी कर देते थे. अब जो इसका जो पहला पार्ट था वो था एग्रीकल्चर के बारे में, और इसका जो सेकेंड पार्ट है वो है about the industries. Industries was found in pockets, and prominent industrial area were Saint Petersburg and Moscow. जो ज़्यादातर इंडस्ट्रीज थे, it was situated in Saint Petersburg and Moscow. Craftsmen undertook much of the production, but large factories existed alongside craft works. जो छोटे छोटे वर्कशॉप थे, छोटे छोटे जो वर्कर्स थे, वो अपना काम करते थे. उसके अलावा बड़े बड़े इंडस्ट्रीज भी थे. Many factories were set up in 1890s when Russia's railway network was extended and foreign investment in industry increased. जो इन 1890s 1890 का जो दशक था, उस समय से जो बड़े बड़े इंडस्ट्रीज थे उसका एस्टेब्लिशमेंट होना शुरू हुआ. मोस्ट इंडस्ट्री वाज द प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट. जो ज़्यादातर इंडस्ट्रीज थे इट वाज प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी. जो इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट थे वो लोग अपना पूंजी लगाते थे और उनका ही अपना इंडस्ट्रीज था. एंड गवर्नमेंट supervised large factories to ensure minimum wages and limited hours to work. जो गवर्नमेंट थी वो चाहती थी कि ज़्यादा देर तक जो लिमिटेड आवर्स हैं उतना ही देर तक काम करना पड़े वर्कर्स को, और जो मिनिमम वेजेस है वो कम से कम दिया जाए. बट इट वाज नॉट देयर. बट फैक्ट्री इंस्पेक्टर्स कुड नॉट प्रिवेंट द रूल्स बीइंग ब्रोकन. रूल्स था लेकिन उसको फॉलो नहीं किया जाता था. The working day was sometimes around 15 hours. 15 घंटा तक वर्कर्स को ये काम वहाँ करना पड़ता था. एंड एकोमोडेशन वेरिड फ्रॉम रूम्स टू डॉर्मेट्रीज. रहने की वर्कर्स की बड़ी ही खराब व्यवस्था थी. कभी कभी वो लोग एक रूम में बहुत सारे लोग रहते थे, या डॉर्मेट्रीज होता था. डॉर्मेट्रीज मतलब एक रूम रहता है, उसमें बहुत सारे बेड लगे हुए रहते हैं और बहुत सारे लोग एक साथ रहते हैं. तो रहने की भी स्थिति उनकी बहुत ज़्यादा खराब थी. रूल्स वेयर देयर बट दे वेयर नॉट फॉलो. तो इस तरह से जो एग्रीकल्चर था उसमें स्थिति खराब ही थी, लोग नहीं चाहते थे. In agriculture, the peasants were against the nobility, the crown, or the church. And in industries, the workers were against the industrialists. That is in economy and society. That is economy and society. Your next is topic that 3, socialism in Russia. Your next subtopic is socialism in Russia. That means spread of socialism in Russia. यूरोप में हम बता चुके थे कि कैसे इसका स्प्रेड हुआ था अंडर सेकेंड इंटरनेशनल इन 1870s. नाउ स्प्रेड ऑफ सोशलिज्म इन रशिया. All political parties were illegal in Russia before 1914. That means one cannot form political parties in Russia before 1914. 1914 से पहले the formation of political parties were illegal in Russia. The Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party was found in 1898 by the socialists who respected Marx's ideas. That means for the first time, the Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party was founded in 1898 by socialists who respected Marx's ideas. That means in 1898, Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party was formed. That means it was the first party in 1898. Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party was formed. That means it was an illegal party because before 1914 the political parties were totally illegal in Russia. Again in 1900, socialist revolutionary in 1898 Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party was formed, and before 1914 the formation of political party or any party was totally illegal. So you can tell that Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party was an illegal party. That means Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party was an illegal party. In 1900, again Socialist Revolutionary Party. Socialist Revolutionary Party was formed. In 1900, Socialist Revolutionary Party was formed. It was also an illegal party. That means from 1898, that means around 1900, the Russian started forming political parties against king. That means the king declared the formation of political parties illegal. In spite of that, the people started forming parties. So in 1898, these parties were formed. Further, this Socialist Revolutionary Party was divided into two parts. It is Bolsheviks and Mensheviks. Bolsheviks and Mensheviks. This party was divided into Mensheviks and Bolshevik. Bolshevik. Bolsheviks. Bolshevik and Menshevik. Menshevik. So these parties were Further, this Socialist Revolutionary Party was divided into two parts, Bolshevik and Menshevik, and this party was responsible for the Russian Revolution further. So in the next class, I will discuss the next topic. Thank you.